name is Brian Tenorio. I'm a designer. I started designing in 2000 after graduation. And I'm into shoes right now and jewelry. We have our jewelry available at Firma. And I will start with the three-pronged design philosophy of Tenorio Manila, which is lust, looks, which is enlightenment or light, and love. So before I go on, I'd like to ask, which of the three would you want me to really talk about more? Lust, lux or looks, or love? I want a real answer. Really? Love? Okay, we'll talk about love. What was the design philosophy? That was a major question then. What was the design philosophy of Tenorio Manila? And then we thought, okay, it has to be something that encompasses what we really want to do or what we really want to talk about. And then I felt, okay, if that is the point, then I'm not into trends. I'm not into fashionable stuff. I don't feel so good about figuring out what's uso, what's going to be laos in after a year, or what's sellable in Japan or New York. These have to be beautiful things. And these have to be collectible things. And we thought, all right, we have to base our design on three things that are common or basic to all of us. Lust, which is the desire, the human desire for beautiful things, the things that arouse us. Looks is a very Athenian concept which means light. It's about enlightenment, learning through things, or being a better person, because what you have on is not only what is available in Tokyo or Singapore, but it tells the other people looking at you what you are, what kind of person you are, and what you stand for. And love, which encompasses all these other things into so many more interesting aspects and evolving into bigger things than the actual products. Before I end this talk, I would have defined a few things. Number one, I would have defined for you what is beauty. I think that is a very important question to a lot of Filipinos right now. Aesthetics. Ano ang maganda? Ano ang kagandahan? Number two, pag-uusapan ko kung what is a good product? I will define for you and describe what a good product is. And lastly, I will mention how it feels to design from the third world. To have that perspective and realize designing can be an advocacy into improving lives also, or improving in how people think. Ang beautiful things, ang kagandahan, ay hindi lang yung mga nabibili natin sa mga magandang umagarang mga lugar, sa Paris, sa Milan, sa Italy, or wherever. Ito yung mga bagay na nanggaling, or pwede manggaling sa Pilipinas. So I'll start with what is beauty. Ang beauty, okay, I'll talk about it in four things. Beauty should not be oppressive. Ang beauty ay dapat available. Beauty should be available to a lot of people in the general sense. It can't just be something that you have or you can purchase and other people can't. It should not create unfair trade. That's why there's fair trade now. It should improve people's lives. That is beauty. If you need clothes to look beautiful, then there has to be more things or a larger effort in you to look good. A lot of my clients ask me, ano ba uso, ano bang maganda, ano bang bagay sa akin? And I always tell them, you know what? It's how you look and what people think of you, at least the people close to you, feel or think when you're naked. That's more important. It's how you look good when you're naked that's more important. Beauty also unifies. It has to be a unifying common experience. Ang beauty, dapat pag pinag-isipan natin, it should make us all agree na, oo nga, maganda ang taong ito. Or may kagandahan sa mga lugar o mga bagay na nakikita natin. Number three, beauty should allow growth. You should become a better person when you see beautiful things. It can't be just something that you purchase and then nalalaos. That's not beautiful, that's pretty. And there's a large difference between beauty and pretty. And lastly, this is my favorite, beauty should allow love in a lot of aspects. You notice, when you think about memory, or remembering other people, you think, when you haven't seen your boyfriend or your girlfriend in a long time, you notice parang sa memory nyo, gumaganda ang taong ito sa memory. And then you realize when you see them again, oh, they don't look so pretty pala. But then again, in memory, how we remember them, they really are gorgeous people. And also, I will define for you what is a good product. Well, Brian, a good product is, I have nothing against high-end, very, very good, expensive things. A good product is something expensive available in New York or available in all these places. Or available in one of these malls in Makati. That's a good product. Mahal yan kasi ginawa yan ng maganda, ang daming tahe. Tignan mo naman yung leather. Ang galing-galing ng leather, ang galing-galing ng tahe. I think a good product is a product that is made most ecologically, most practically, and is enjoyed by the most number of people possible for that category. That is a good product. I will give very good examples. Cement blocks, paper clips, easy ball pens. Ang ball pen siguro, if it makes you write, then it has served its purpose. It's a beautiful product already. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be something that has gone through so many things or so many details, because it's never in the details. It's how these products are used. And this is how you know if a product is beautiful. I used to teach at the grade school. I used to teach college also in Ateneo. And I used to teach at the grade school. And of course, when I went in, I would never really remember so many names of my students in my class. So what I did was, every time I had to call on someone, I would call on the color of what they're wearing. So for example, I would say, pink, what do you think? Blue, can you say something? Or yellow, stop talking to yellow. And it would talk like that. So later on, as I go on, I will talk also and ask for more information. Or what do people think about products? And lastly, I will be talking about how it feels to design from the third world. I think that's a very common experience. Because I've met a lot of designers, and their picks have always been, oh, I want to be this, I want to be that, I want to be that. But then I realized it's very difficult to be designing when you see a lot of people who do not have, this might sound like a cliche, who probably do not have things to eat or food to eat. Or people who do not have clothes on. You know, I was watching this video, this program, Maalaala Mo Kaya recently. And there's a story about this family, a Sagada in Negros or Iloilo. And one of the kids felt bad. One of the kids got sick. I think it was diarrhea. And since they could not afford medicine for the kid, they asked an albularyo to come. And the guy said, since kaya ka nakasakit dahil sa ininom mo, huwag ka iinom ng 3 araw. Of course, the kid died because he got dehydrated eventually. And then I realized, there are so many concerns for so many other people, it is hard to think about just what kind of leather to use, what kind of color, will it match my clothes, will it match what I'm wearing? I think those are not as important questions. I feel like people ask me all the time, why are your shoes so expensive? In fact, they're not, they're just around 8,000 bucks. But why are your shoes so expensive? That's the average price. And I always tell them, because madaming pinagdaanan na pag-iisip at trabaho. And plus, we try our best to give back also to those people who make them. They're not expensive because they have my name on it. They're expensive for more important reasons. Because we want to give back to the community. And we want to prove to people that Filipinos should not scrimp on details. Because we can also make very, very good materials. And lastly, I turned 30 yesterday. And it was my first time, and I guess only time to turn 30 anyway. So I turned 30 yesterday. And it was a very difficult experience. I remember that and I realized every year, in the last 7 years, I would always tell myself, these are every year, since 2001, I would say, wow, this is the best year and the worst year of my life. 2002, I said the same thing. 2003, I said the same thing. Now it feels like every year, every next year, is my best year and the worst year also. But hey, I'm not complaining. Because it feels like, and I've been asked this before in an interview, oh no more speech. I was asked about this in an interview. What do you need in life? What are the things that make you go? And then I really thought about it very hard because I love really getting interviewed. I really thought about it really hard and I said, you know what? I think I've been to a lot of places around the world. I think I've met more people than the common, the common person my age in the Philippines. And I feel that, and then I really thought about it really hard and realized, there are only two things, or maybe one thing in this world that I really hold on to. And I think that would be my family. Only my family. And when you think about it, I think I can live just planting kamote somewhere or scrubbing the floor in a place. Because all these other things around me right now, I don't think are as important. And once you get to feel this way, once you realize that you don't need so many other things, and then you'll realize that you have not so many things to risk. And when you feel like you have not so many things to risk, you realize you can be more courageous with trying out more things. Walang mawawala. Kasi wala naman ako ibang pinanghihawakan. So I hope that small talk has given you a small idea also of how it feels to be a designer who's gone into business, who's gone into other things. And if you have more questions, I shall be very glad to answer them right now.